Well, hello. Welcome to this live training video. Let me see if I am live in the group. Let me know. Let me know if you are here and you can hear me clearly. Please help me to know if all is good. So drop your name, or no, you don't drop your name. Just say something, put your emoji, whatever, to let me know that I am live and that you can hear and see me clearly. Of course, I have a delay, so I will see that in a moment. Today, I have prepared something really good for you. It's really important because I know we are all entrepreneurs. We are all people, mostly women, right, who grow, who have this natural tendency to love, to really grow, like in your life, in your business. And the thing is, that path goes like this, right? It's not a straight line. So we have these moments of crisis, big or small, and part of a really important part of growing is that you are changing and not everyone around you is changing. And that can be really painful. So today, especially, I want to put your attention to that, like how to deal with the painful fact that if you grow, not everyone can follow and you will lose people and people will hurt you by growing. They will not always be really happy for you. So how to deal with that, and like actually why is that happening and how does that work, and 3 ways to deal with that. So let me see if I can see any comments. I don't see comments yet. I see people are, please, can you put something in the chat, please, if you are watching? That is really helpful if you are looking to a black hole in the computer. Of course, to need some human contact. So let me start off by saying, in the end of this training video, I will share a super important birthday gift I have for you, which is really a good deal. But first, I want to give the value, as much value as I can give in 30 minutes. So let's go. The thing is, like, first of all, I need to say, like, if you already know me, you know I talk a lot about crisis and how to thrive after a crisis. And it's good to say that for many people, a crisis has a really negative connotation, right? And my vision on a crisis is a really positive one. And yes, don't get me wrong, being inside a crisis is really, really painful. It is shitty as hell. It is devastating. It is horrific. It is all that. It's dark. But, and at the other end of the crisis, you can come out of that really, really good. So my whole vision is around that you start looking differently at these hard moments. And it can be, I just use the word crisis, but it can be hardship, it can be struggling, it can be, this feeling things are really not working for you. And I would love you to take that other side, or that other, to change your view of a crisis and see that this is really, these are all coming to you in order to help you grow. So if you are able to take your crisis or your difficult moment to turn it around, there's always gold inside. And of course, I want you to lead you to that gold. So also we need to heal, we need to deal with the pain, the dark feelings, the fear, all of that. And then I would really want to lead you to the gold. And so you can thrive, right? And especially today, I want to share with you the pain of awakening after a crisis. Because let's say you have had a big crisis, you went through all of that, and then after that, whew, you have new insights. You are not the old you anymore, right? So you become that new you. And actually, I think this will be your more authentic you. So with less layers around it. But for other people, that might look as a new you. Maybe a strange version of you, right? So I see people are joining. Let me know something in the comments. I love to see who's here. So I want to talk about two different pains that come with the awakening and the thriving, because then you have been in the dark, you came out better on the other side, and then you want to go on and thrive. And then there are two things happening. One is inside, one is outside. So I call this, like, for the sake of the simplicity, outer growth pain and inner growth pain. So outer growth pain is, as I said, people might not really like it. The most hurtful comment you may recognize is that people, for example, say, actually, I don't like you since you have changed, or you are not yourself anymore. That is the most hurt, right? So you did change for the better. And then your surrounding is saying things like, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like you like this. And it's like you are not yourself anymore. And that is really, really painful, because you did grow. You became more of yourself. You know, as we grow, we never become less of ourselves. We always, it's the process of pulling off all these layers, and become more and more and more authentic, which is really great. It's a good feeling. It's more easy to live with, to work from, if you are authentic and you're connected to your authenticity. But for other people, it might seem really difficult because they did not grow with you. So maybe these are persons who are always also growing, but they are never in the same pace of growing. And that friction between these processes may really hurt you. And I want you to know that you becoming more real, like you becoming more you, is always a good thing. So the bad thing is that you are not sure how other people will react on it, but you can never doubt that. So let me go on to the inner pain. And the inner pain is you need, like, imagine your new you is walking around in the old world, so to say, right? It's not that black and white, but the world did not change. You did. So you will see things with a different perspective. You will see the same things with different eyes. Yes? So imagine this, what's happening there, that the rest is still the same, and you are just really seeing different things in that same old stuff. Also, you are seeing different things in the people around you, right? And there are three things about the internal or the inner growth pain. And one is, you cannot go back. Ow, that is really, really difficult sometimes. The more if you resist it, right? If you can embrace it, it's okay. You just know it's part of the deal. But listen, if we see something, we cannot unsee, right? So as you see new things, like the new way of looking or the new eyes or the new world, you cannot act like you did not never see that, like you never saw that. That's not possible. So this is also a little bit icky because honestly, you don't want to go back, but sometimes you do want the convenience of the old way, right? And this is like you need to deal with that you cannot go back. So um, so let me know in the comments, by the way, if you recognize some of the things I share. Because if you are in this situation or you have been in this situation, I know you know this. You think like, shit, it is a really good thing that I grow, but sometimes I wish I would not have seen the new insight or the new way of looking. So the second thing of the inner growth pain is, or the internal growth pain is, you will lose people, but you will also lose old habits that you have with these people. For example, this is one is really familiar with the clients I work with and the friends I have. It's like for old people, like if you have this massive growth in or not massive always, like this constant growth, and you become older also. For example, you come on at this point when you become more conscious, because this is what happens after you cracked open after a crisis. You become more conscious, and for example, you start thinking like, I actually don't know why I'm like every Saturday going out, drinking a lot, sleeping late, like the things you first really, really liked, you start doubting, like, is that really all there is? Like, I miss all my Sunday. Can we also have a good conversation maybe and start instead of only partying? This is just an example, right? But then you start chasing what you really want, and also like what is useful or what is meaningful to you. So, for example, becoming more conscious means in this case, like you need to tell your friends no. The old habit of going out on a Saturday and drink a lot does not really suit me anymore. It's not meaningful anymore. So I prefer, will you come out with me? Go out with me for a really good conversation, just one on one with a good glass of wine, or maybe you join me in the home with a good, a good drink, and we will just sit and have a good conversation. And this is where it's sometimes goes really well, because sometimes the other one says, yeah, I feel that too. So glad you shared that, because I did not want to share that, but yes, let's do that. But most of the times, these people are not changing in the same time, right? So you are not really in the same timeline anymore. Um, Also, what you need to let go is all the safe feelings that you have there. So it is not really safe, but your mind still thinks this is safe, right? Okay, as long as I act like this and this and this, I know people will like me, and that is really a comfortable feeling, right? So the third thing is, yeah, the third thing of the internal growth pain is you understand that you becoming more of yourself means you need to lose the old you. And this is not a one-time moment in life. This is like, this will happen many times during life and during your business growth. This is just part of the deal. This is the part of the growing, coming to a new place of understanding, becoming more conscious. You understand that in order to come to the new, you need to lose the old. And that is always like a process of grief, sometimes big grief, sometimes little grief. But of course, you need to let go, right? So let me come up with 3 tips and reminders for you, which you can use right now. Maybe it is really helpful right now, and you are in the situation of, experience these growth pains, like the pain of awakening and then noticing that not everyone is happy with it, which can be really, really painful. So this is what you can do, 3 tips, and maybe it's not for now, but you can remember them or write them down for later, because we all have this more times in our lives. So 3 really helpful tips is that one is know that it's always your mind that is doubting it, and it's never your soul. So how hard it might be, how difficult it might be to grow and lose people, lose habits, lose safetiness, um, your soul always wants to emerge and to evolve, always. So it is the mind, that is connected to the ego, that is connected to the past. That is who wants you to stay in the safe zone. So that part is telling you, maybe I don't really go there with all the growth because I will lose so many people, or I really have to adjust all of it. And okay, let's go back. Right? Your mind wants to adjust again to the old, to other people, to other people's opinions. You might get really hurt by what people say, and then the mind immediately wants to go back to solve it, to be okay again with other people, right? But your soul is always the one who wants to emerge. And yes, that is a painful process sometimes, but it's really beautiful if you go through that. Just know the difference. Your mind is not who you are. You might let you think that, but you are not your mind, you are not your thoughts, you are not your ego, you are so much more than that. So the second tip is actually I was already talking about that, like just accept the fact that you don't know if people will come with you when you grow or when you take a leap. For example, talking about leaps, that is maybe a good thing, because a leap is also really connected to a growth process, which will definitely have consequences for your surrounding. So, for example, I am originally from the Netherlands. I had my business there. I have 3 kids with my ex-husband who lives in the Netherlands. And I decided, I was actually not deciding it. I was on Ibiza, where I live now. This is a beautiful, magical island in Spain. When I got here, I immediately knew this is where I need to be. This is just home. This is where I need to serve my people. This is where I need to live. So back to Holland, of course, I decided to just leap and take my kids, tell my ex-husband, like, this is what I need to do. Please, please agree with this, because I strongly feel I need to do it. I want to go there for 1 year. Well, now it's more than 1 year, but this was the original plan. And then you come here not knowing if people will still like you, if there will still be business, how people will react, like your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your clients, you just don't know. And you need to accept it in order to grow massively and thrive. You need to accept the fact that you don't know. So as you are able to do that, it's really helping you, because I really believe, like, becoming more of who we are, so really following our own path, is so important. It's so important. And actually, I think this is the only real job we have to do in life, is becoming more of who we are, so we can evolve as a collective as well. So for me, that's really important. And the third tip is, oh yeah, that's a good one. Take a good look at what you think is safe for you. Like, what are safe feelings? And look again and look really precise. Are they really safe, or is this just the illusion of being safe? So, for example, you are in a relationship or a friendship or a collaboration as a business owner. It does not matter, but it is between you and another person. And you have this relationship where you um, feel really good, right? You feel really safe, you feel seen, heard, you do great stuff together. It's really a good, joyful being together. And then, oh, something happens and you think, wow, I really did not like that, what she said, or what he said, or what he did, or actually, I was just telling something really important, but she's really not paying attention. She's just talking about herself. Okay, that's really strange. I really don't like that. But wait, all is really good because it's also really nice when we do this and when we do this. So just forget it. And this goes on and on and on. And you call this a safe relationship because there are like maybe 60% is safe. And then you start noticing when the time goes on and on and on, you start noticing, wow, actually these moments where I feel unsafe because I'm really left alone in a strange way, or I'm really not heard, or I don't like how she deals with me then. This is what I call the unsafe moments. Then you are aware, like, this is really not helping me. Sometimes you start seeing these become more and more and more. And then you really need to be truly honest with yourself. Like, is this really a safe relationship, or is it like just the illusion of safe? Good question to know. So, first of all, this is just an example. It does not have to be about relationship. It's just the question, like, what what things are giving you the feeling of safetyness? Maybe it's like child support, or getting support from the government, or support from your husband or from your ex-husband, or just what, these can be old things, right? So what is giving you the feeling of being safe? And then please look into it by asking yourself, which safe insecurities can I distinguish? So that means safe insecurity means it actually is an insecurity, but you are just used to title this as safe. So you are just tricking yourself here. And it's really good to distinguish this, because as you understand that all the things your mind directly calls safe is not safe, you can let go of it. So in the example of the relationship, you can just let go of the control to want the relationship to be good, right? And then you are more free, and you can become more of yourself. And you don't have to be so busy by taking care that the person will still love you, because it was not safe all the time, right? So I hope you understand what I'm saying here. And if not, let me know. Ask a question and I am glad to answer. So if you want more of this sensation of feeling really backed up, actually, during the process of growing and evolving and thriving after your crisis or your moment or your breakthrough, and you want to have a backup, like someone who has your back, who sees you, who follows you, who holds space for you in this growing process, then you are really good with me, because this is what I do. I hold space for the lowest, the darkest, and the highest, so the biggest potential, and hold space for that so you can grow into that. And especially today, as Saturday was my birthday, I became 44, And many people told me this is a very special number. So I looked into it and I made a very special offer with 444, all fours, like for 4 days. Take a look, please. I have the link in the description. Take a look there. It is the offer is a private intention, 3 hours. Normally that is $1,200. Today is only 44. Plus you will get a bonus of a 1 hour free session. What we do is deep dive, huge transformation in little time. I can promise you that. And we just take a look at the page, and you will see we dive into one of these things that are mentioned, just according to where you are right now. So it's not a one offer fits all. It's really personalized, high impact coaching. So go there. And if you are not interested in that, but you are interested in more of, personal support on your journey as an entrepreneur, which is really necessary, right? We all need that because we are still human beings. You are so welcome in my Game Changer group. There will be free trainings, free offers, good connections, all of that. So also the links below. If you want to dig into the offer of my birthday celebration, be quick, go there. It's only today. So thank you so much for watching. And let me know below, what did you hear? What was your aha? I'm really curious to know, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.